Okay. All right, there we go. So, hi guys. It's Brittany. So, welcome to this part of the live stream of the candy corn Congo. I believe I'm saying that right. So, welcome, and anyone who might be watching this, anyone who wants to join, feel free, and I'll leave um, the link. Message me and I'll leave a link to you and we can discuss some horror movies. So I do have some questions. I have some interesting horror questions as we can discuss horror movies, even shows and you know, anything about Halloween and horror movies and things like that. So be ready. Okay, so for right now it is yes 10 a.m. And so now yeah this is live. So I do have some questions. So far I have at least 9 questions here. Okay, so like I said, anyone who wants to join, let me know, and I'll leave the link here to you if you message me. So so anyone who wants to join, I think I can hold off the questions. So that way we can openly answer those questions towards each other. So um, oh, sound. Wait, what do you mean? The sound. Well, the microphone is fine. All right. So hi, Wilson. Yeah, everything's good. Audio's good. Sorry if I'm probably not speaking as loud. That's only because it is quiet right now, and I just don't want to speak too loud. But don't worry, everything is fine. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Testing. Okay, I hope this is good. Is it? I hope so. Okay. Okay, so before we get to the questions, um, so let me just say this. Let me ask you guys this. Oh, hi. Okay, good. All right, that's good. Yeah, I actually fixed the mic a little bit on here on my computer. So yeah, I actually have it on speaker, which is good. So good. So have you guys been watching any horror movies lately? Um, this month. I know I have because um, as of this month, because to me it just seemed like watching one horror movie each night wasn't enough, so I decided to watch at least three every night, and that's what I've been doing, which has been quite fun. And of course, I've watched some horror movies um, that I haven't really seen, and some I did like, and some I thought okay was a little maybe too graphic or a little much on this or that. I'm so sorry if you had to hear that. Two cars are honking at each other, and I don't know why. I don't know. I think this time of the morning, I think people are just, driving. they're probably in a rush, and but still, they have to be careful when they're driving. So sorry you had to hear the crazy honking. Way too many. um, Maybe. I think three is, watching three movies each night is fine. But I'm only doing this for now, for October. But, then again, um, you know, by the time we get to November, I'm going to stick with only one. But yeah, before I remember I used to watch at least four each day. So believe me, three is not that bad. But so just recently I did watch some horror movies. Um, but yeah, maybe I can get to the questions. But like I said, anyone who wants to join, let me know, and I can invite you to join the stream with me if you want to. Um, or I can also send you the link as well. I can do that. Okay, I actually have the questions on my phone, so let me just get to that. Oh, oops. Nope. Okay, so one. Okay, here's my question. Okay, wait, hang on. Any phase from what you've seen recently? I would say any of the new or new horror movies I've seen recently. Um, None of them I've seen have actually turned out to be any favorites, although I do have some favorites, which are the Scream movies and The Lost Boys. But I feel like so far I haven't really seen any other horror movies that have turned out to be my favorites, but I think there are some that I actually did like, and some I thought were probably okay, or some I thought maybe it could have been maybe just a little bit scary, but yeah, and yeah, yeah, that's a good question. So one, what was the first horror movie you watched that got you into horror movies? So anyone can answer this question, whether if it's in the chat or anyone who wants to join in the stream. Like I said, as for me, now when I was quite little, I remember grew up watching some of the Universal monster movies. Like not all of them, but some. I think the ones I remember watching were The Mummy, Frankenstein, The Wolfman. Now, I wasn't scared of the Wolfman, I just felt bad of what he was going through, like becoming a werewolf each night. And of course, how he died at the end. So I pretty much felt bad. But I think when I got a little older, like I think around the time I was 13, that's when I watched Scream the first time. And to me, there's just something so different and unique about Scream that I actually really liked it. Well, loved it. And, like everything about it was just great. And yeah, so along the way, there were some other horror movies I did watch, but some of them I didn't quite like, and I was just not quite into those certain ones particular. But then there are some ones I actually did came to like, as I kept watching certain ones, depending. Oh yeah, me too. Yeah, I don't blame you right there. The whole Scream franchise, yeah, is my favorite. Like, I love each one. And I know there are some people who complain, saying that either they don't like Scream 3 as much or 4, or that 4 is probably not as good as the rest and it's probably a little bit worse than 3. And with me, I'm like, okay, everyone has their own opinion on these movies, but each one is different. But at the same time, is like we still get the same characters and there's always something different going on. And I just love each one of how different it is. So yeah, yeah, I do. And I think that's what got me into watching horror movies, and that was Scream. And to be honest, um, I remember even after watching Scream, I had nightmares about Ghostface. Specifically Ghostface, because because it's like what's scary about that is that you don't know who's in the costume behind the mask. It could be anyone. It could be somebody who's a friend, someone you trust, or it could be someone who you find suspicious and they're not so trustworthy, and plus, you know, like I can't imagine someone dressing up in a Scream, I'm sorry, in a Ghostface costume and being right in front of you. To me, I think that'll be kind of scary. Like, okay, back away. Like I don't know who you are, so get away. You're scaring me. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Each one has their own story, and I know Maple's. Yeah, again, I know there are some people who kind of complain either part 3 or 4, mostly those two, but I don't know. I just love how each one is different and unique, and how it still pulls you in into its own story, into of what's going on, and like these things are happening again. So it's like, wow, what's next? 2, what's the worst horror movie you've seen? Um, Now there is one. Well, there are some that I've seen, but I'm not sure if this one counts as a horror movie exactly. Um, Trying to think. Oh, that's good. That's nice to hear. Um, I'm trying to think. So let me ask this: is the Human Centipede a horror movie, or is it like a thriller or something? Because that's the only one I remember that I know. That to me, that was like the worst, because the whole idea of him doing, this weird guy who's messed up in the head and doing what he was doing to these poor people. Like, I will not go into details because it just makes me sick. And the first time I watched it, I was like a teenager. I was like maybe, I don't know, 15 or 16, but I lost my appetite. And because just seeing what he was doing, like I said, I really don't want to get into details. It's just, ugh. Hi, Strange Monkey. I haven't never seen the Human Centipede. I don't want to. Believe me, uh, don't. Just because that very first time I did watch it a long time ago, I absolutely regretted it. And like I said, I won't go into details because it's just pretty messed up and it's just very sickening. So it's like, ugh. I mean, I know there are some people who actually love it because it's somewhat different from any other movies they've seen. But with me, I'm like, who decided to make this into like a thriller horror movie, whatever? It's like, who decided that? Like, are they trying to make people sick to their stomachs? Because that's how I felt. And pretty much, by the end of the movie, I felt so bad for those characters of what they were going through. And I can't imagine how horrible it was. And, not only I felt bad, but I felt, like I said, I did not feel so good watching it. I felt like there was like a lump in my throat, like, ugh. So yeah, I was not hungry after that. Mm-mm. So to me, that was like the worst movie I've seen. Whether if it was a horror movie or not, to me it was the worst. Thank you. Thank you for agreeing with me. Like I said, this is why I don't want to go into details of that movie. Because once I do, I'm going to start to feel like, bleh. I'm not going to feel so good. So, no. Okay, question 3. Any annoying horror character you dislike? Um, well, actually, there's only one specifically. And again, this is from Scream, but I would say Stu. Yeah, I don't know. Somehow Stu seems like this very weird, off balanced, very goofy, but not like in a good way kind of goofy, kind of like, I don't know, just like a weird kind of goofy, almost like he's trying to hide something that what he's up to, just so that way no one can ever or no one would ever suspect that he's somewhat up to something, with Billy, So I'm not sure if he was acting like that to really hide what his true intentions were, or I'm not sure if that was just him acting like that because that's just his weird personality. Uh, I'm sorry. I mean, it's okay if you love Stu, but with me, like, to me, I felt like there was just something off about him, like the way he acted and behaved, and even the way he joked about, Casey, saying, like, leave her alone. Like, okay, you don't go joking around like that, after someone, has been murdered. Like, that's just disrespectful, and yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, um, I don't know. It's only the way he acts and behaves that I'm like, okay, like, what is his personality here? Like, is he trying to hide something here? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, he was definitely psychotic. Um, but don't worry, I won't say anymore because I don't want to. Don't worry. Those who love the characters too, that's fine. But he just kind of rubs me in the wrong way. Like, okay, I don't want to be anywhere near that character. Like, with me, I would keep my distance. Like, nope, sorry, I'm gonna go and hang out with Sydney if you don't mind. 4. What's the best horror movie you've seen? Again, Scream. No doubt about it. because it was just one of the first ones I've actually seen that to me just seemed very interesting and just seemed quite different than the other ones I've seen because of course I remember I did watch like I think the first Friday the 13th. I thought that was good. But what's interesting is that considering the fact that it wasn't Jason but his mother, and of course then it was Jason in part two, and then I was like, okay. So yeah, I think there are some horror movies where I was like, okay, that's good, but I think somehow it wasn't quite into the franchise itself, although I did like it in some ways, but I think with Scream I was more into it because it was just so unique. You know, it was very different from uh, Friday the 13th and A Nightmare on Elm Street, and very different even from Halloween, you know, of Michael Myers. Now, of course, even those movies are good too, although Michael seems to scare me a little bit more from Freddy and Jason just because he's very silent. I mean, Jason's silent too. He doesn't talk. And Freddy, well, I mean, he kills people in their dreams, so that's creepy. Yeah, again, yeah, Scream is probably uh yeah, the best that I've seen. Five, who's your favorite horror movie character? Well, there's not many. Well, actually, the only ones I do have that are my favorites is, of course, again from the Scream movies, and I would say there's more than one. Like, uh, pretty much the main characters from the movie. Uh, you know, Sydney, Randy, Gail, Dewey, and even the other characters from part two, three, and four. And four, I would say Kirby for sure. And I did not like Charlie because with Charlie, he just seemed very quiet to me, and to me, it just seemed like the way he acted um, in certain parts where I'm like, okay, like I don't know, something seemed off about him too. Yeah, so those are my favorite characters from the Scream franchise. Alice Johnson, the Dream Master. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good one. Favorite horror icon? Well, Ghostface. Yeah, for sure. Um, Only because, like I mentioned earlier, that, you know, what makes it scary about, you know, someone being Ghostface is that you don't know who it could be. It could be someone that you thought you could trust, or someone that you expected all along to be, you know, up to no good. So that's what makes it really scary. And of course, even the costume itself of Ghostface is just quite iconic. You know, it is. And it's just one of those things where it's just a really great costume for the Ghostface killers, you know, to dress up in, you know, to hide who they are, to hide their identity. But then by the end of the movie, and once you see who it really is like either you might suspect that it was them all along, or it might come as a big shock and you're just speechless. That's right. Member or friend. Yep, Ghostface could be you. Oh man, if I was Ghostface, I would not tell anyone about that. I wouldn't give myself away because I think that's what they would all do. Yep, could be anyone. But then again, it could also be someone who you probably never have met. Kind of like in Scream 2. We see this person and she has the name, this fake identity of Debbie Salt. And of course, we do see her interacting with Gail mostly, but we don't really see her interacting with um, like Dewey or Sydney, not until the end, when she is to be revealed as the Ghostface Killer and she actually turns out to be Billy's mother. And it's like, I remember I was so shocked. I was like, what? So, yeah, completely shocked. Like, I did not see that coming, and I didn't know that with her character not really being involved with certain scenes with the main characters or not interacting with anyone else other than Gil, I did not even suspect that it would have been her or who she was. But until it was revealed at the end, I was like, oh, okay, I don't know what to say here. I'm speechless. 7. If you were in a horror movie, what would it be and why? Okay, I think you know my answer by now, but that would be Scream. And if I was in a Scream movie, I would probably play, of course, a fictional character with a different name, and of course, I would be on the good side. I would be one of the good guys where I would be tagging along with Sydney, Gail, and Dewey, and that if anything were to go wrong, that I would just be there, to stop Ghostface. And in fact, I think I would try to track him or her down and try to find out myself who this person is and put a stop to it altogether. That's what I would do. 8. What's the best horror movie franchise? Again, Scream. You can't go wrong with that. You just can't. Yes, definitely the best. And I'm really looking forward to Scream 5. And I know they're not calling it 5 just because, when Scream 4 came out, it wasn't as successful at the office. So they're just calling it Scream. But since technically it's still a continuation after the events of Scream 4, and since technically it's still a sequel in the franchise, then yeah, that's why I'm calling it Scream 5. Um, yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And I have no idea what's going to happen, but I just want to wait. I just want to wait until I see it myself. Because at this point, I do not want to read or watch any videos that have any spoilers because, that would just be very upsetting. Yeah, exactly. I agree. 9. Which urban legends, creepypasta stories, or scary episodes from a TV show you think could have turned into a standalone horror movie? Um, that is a good question. I have so many ideas when it comes to that. Oh yeah, yeah. I know you can't wait for Screen 5, but I'm on board. I can't wait either. Like I'm really looking forward to it. And considering, let's see, we have 3 months, and that's in January next year. So, oh wow, I'm just ready. I'm so ready. Um, Now any urban legends? I think there are some urban legends I think could turn into its own um, horror movie. Same thing with creepypasta stories. Like there are many scary creepypasta stories that could turn into scary horror movies. Like for example, and this one probably scares me the most, and that's Jeff the Killer. Like I remember reading about it and it scared me. And there's this Photoshop picture of what Jeff the Killer, what he was supposedly look like with his eyelashes burnt off and the very pale skin and the mouth like if they have turned his whole story into like this origin horror story, I think that would have been. I think it would turn out good, but very scary. Now, if they do it right, it will turn out terrifying. But if they don't do it right, then of course, and some people are just not going to find it as scary as the original story of the creepypasta itself. All right, see you soon, and talk to you soon. And thank you for joining. And but yeah, that would have been so scary. And yeah, there were some other creepypasta stories that I think would have been oh so scary. So scary into horror movies. Um Now let me ask this. Is anyone or has anyone watched the show Beyond Belief Fact or Fiction? Now, for those who probably don't know what that show is, you can look it up on YouTube and watch what that show is about. But for those who do know what the show is and probably have seen it before, you know what I'm talking about. And the thing is, I grew up watching that show, and I remember I think about years ago, me and my sister we watched the whole show of the 4 seasons, and of course they show like these I think 4 or 5 short stories, and of course some of those stories are actually quite scary, some of them are not, and yeah, I just gotta say there are some certain ones in particular that really terrified me, and they still do. They still do because it's just the way they did it that is just terrifying. And even the theme music to um, Beyond Belief itself, it's so eerie. It's so eerie that um, it's just one of those things where it gets stuck in your head. And it's really hard to get out of your head once you hear it. And to me, it's just one of those theme musics where I can't really listen to at all because it gets to me. It just gets to me where I feel like, okay, I can't listen to this. Like this is scaring me. I can't sleep, and oh, you know what I mean. So it's like, yeah, yeah. And so I would say that there are certain sort of stories of that show that I think that could turn into horror movies. Um, and I'll say this: if it ever happens one day, I mean, of course, I would go see it and see just how it turned out. But like if it turns out where it's really scary, depending if they do it right, then yeah, it will terrify me. I'll be like, oh, okay, like this is scary. But here's the thing, when you watch a horror movie and when it really gets under your skin and you just feel terrified and you get, goosebumps and chills, and you just kind of feel uneasy, that's when you know that they did a good job because of how scared you feel. But if you don't feel that scared and you just kind of feel like, um, okay, where is this going? Like I'm not that scared. Like this isn't that scary. So when you know you're not feeling scared at all, and that's maybe because those who made the movie probably didn't make it as scary as other people would have wanted it to be. So, I get that. I completely understand that. I do. So, yeah. So, those are the questions for, yeah, those are the questions that I have. So, yeah, that I do think, like I said, and I think certain scary beyond belief stories that they showed in the show, I think they could turn out to be some really scary movies one day. And if it happens, I will go check it out and just see how it turns out, you know? Uh, yeah, like I said, that is all for those questions that I have. Um, oh, hello. But yeah, so yeah, now we can just chill and talk about anything. Let's see. Now, as of tomorrow, now of course tomorrow's Halloween, so I am gonna be doing some videos on Halloween, and I still don't know what I'm gonna dress up as, but it'll be a surprise, and you'll know by tomorrow, and um, you'll get to see the videos that I'll do. But of course, those ones are going to be pre-recorded. So of course, I will upload one tomorrow and even in early November as well. So you'll get to see a little bit more. Um, so yeah, surprise. Hi. I think I heard her giggling. So yeah, I'm just so excited for tomorrow for Halloween, and of course I don't know if you guys heard that, but someone was laughing right next door. Uh, the room next door room. I don't know if that makes any sense. Um, but yeah, so and I've actually had some dreams about Scream and of course about Ghostface. And if you want to check that out, I will send those videos probably in the description or send an iCard up here maybe. Um, but yeah, get out of the house. Oh no, don't worry. That was my sister. So, but yeah, it's all good. It is all good and fun. But yeah. Uh, so what are you gonna dress up for tomorrow for Halloween? Oh, hi, Martin. Oh yes, yes. I definitely will do that. I will definitely, uh, yeah, put the link in the description. I will. So yeah, I'm just excited for tomorrow, and of course, I'm also excited for November. And actually, my birthday is coming up in November, November 13th. So I'm also looking forward to that. But of course, before that, I'm looking forward for tomorrow. And so yeah, like I said, you'll get to see the videos that I'll be doing. No, I'm not gonna go live or anything tomorrow, but like I said, the videos are gonna be pre-recorded. So I will be uploading one tomorrow and uploading them even in early November as well. So yeah, and okay, let me think. Just trying to think of what else to say, but yeah, oh, I think the one thing I probably should mention is that because uh let's just say I do have some, favorite characters from the Scream movies, but I think the one that I did not like, you know, with one of the characters being killed off, and that was Randy. Oh, hi there, full moon. Hello. So I really don't like the fact that Randy got killed off so soon in Scream 2, because of course we see him in the first one, and we see the kind of character that he is. We get to see his personality and everything, but of course I'm not sure how long he's in the movie, like in Scream 2, but for his character to die the way he did, it was just so unexpected. And I I remember when that happened, I screamed. I screamed no, and I was pretty much in tears. When I saw that, and of course, even when I still watch that scene, it still makes me sad. And to me, I feel like that should have never happened. You know, and I do feel that way. I feel like if only they had kept him alive, and if he had survived through Scream 2, and if he had appeared alive in Scream 3 and 4, I think that would have been great, because I think there would have been so much more that could have happened in those movies with him being involved and being alive in the events of Scream 3 and 4. You know, that would have been great. Yep, I see those sad face emojis, Wilson. I felt that way too. I still do. I still feel very sad when I see that, and it to me, I feel like it's just one of those things that where it's like, why? That should have never happened, That's just how it feels. But I do remember I actually had this dream that I was on the set of Scream 2, and I actually saw the news van, that he was killed in. And now, believe it or not, when I was walking out of this house to walk up towards it, because it was further from a distance from me. So when I was slowly walking out of the house to walk up towards the van, I actually hear the song from Tony Braxton of Unbreak My Heart. But, I don't hear the whole song, but I only hear the part of the song of Unbreak My Heart. But the hard part of in the song echoed and it faded away. But then as I was walking closer to the van, then I started to hear that very sad but haunting music from Scream. Kind of like the one you hear from the end credits of the first one. Kind of like there's a chorus, but it sounds sad and kind of haunting. That what I was hearing when I got closer. But the more I got closer to the van, the louder that music got. And my hand was like shaking because I didn't know if I had opened that door to the news van, I didn't know whether if Randy could have been in there with, seeing his dead body, or if he could have been alive in the van, or whether it would have been empty, or Ghostface could have been in there, jumps out, and maybe starts chasing me. So I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what would have happened if I had opened the van, the door to the van. So I just didn't open it. And after my hand was still shaking, I just walked away. Yeah, I remember I was getting ready to cry, but I didn't because I held it in and I was just walking away. And as soon as I was walking away, that's when the music starts to fade away. And somehow I woke up like that. And I woke up feeling sad. And I'm like, what? Like, what kind of dream was that? Like, and then I kept thinking, should I have opened that door? Or, like, I don't know. But that was some dream I had. Yep. So yeah, that was a dream I had. I actually did a whole Dreamtime video of that. So if you want to check that out, um, you can go to my channel. You can go under my Dreamtime video playlist, and you'll find it there. Because I actually did that video. I think 2016. I think, but yeah, if you want to hear the whole thing, go ahead and check that out. Yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah, I could have saved him, but then again, I don't know whether if he was really in the van or not because of course the door to the van wasn't open; it was closed. So I like even if he was there, then yeah, I know I would have done something and I could have saved him, but there was, let's just say there was, the van wasn't moving, so I just didn't know if, if there was anything or anyone in the van really. Oh, hi. Hi, Heroic Waffles. So actually, we're just discussing some horror movies, and I had some questions on specifically on horror movies itself. So, yeah, got to answer those questions. And I was just talking about my dream that I had about that I was on the set of Scream 2. And if you want to check that out to hear the whole thing, um, you can go to my channel, go to my dream playlist, and you'll find it there. Oh, hello, Kubrick lover. Hello. So, welcome. Glad you can join. So, yeah, it does seem like I would probably have to be getting off quite soon. Um, but I'll let you know when. So, yeah, that was something. And um, yeah, I had some other interesting dreams about Ghostface as well. And yeah, even this one time where he was just chasing me. Like, I'm not sure who it was. What if it was um he or she, but someone was just chasing me around, in the Ghostface costume, and I'm like running and screaming, and let's just say Ghostface did not get me. He or she did not even come close to injure me or to stab me, and at some point I woke up. All right, hang on. So yeah, and I just want to say, is anyone looking forward to Scream 5 next year? Because I know I am. And to be honest, I know this might be quite surprising, but I've never seen any of the Scream movies in theaters before. Never have. I think it would have been great if I did, but I never did. So that means when I get to watch Scream 5 next year in theaters, it will be my very first Scream movie to watch in theaters. So I know that will be quite an experience, and I can't wait for that. Yeah, I really, really can't wait. Um, so the trailer, the trailer that we got to see, it is a misdirection because they did point it out saying that what we think that could be a spoiler, that we could be wrong. Because who knows, we may not see some of those scenes in the movie now. Maybe there might be some scenes we might get to see a little bit, but maybe there just might be some, I think there's probably a whole lot of scenes that we just won't even know that we'll get to see. And so, and believe me, I just don't want to know any spoilers. I don't. Just because, I want to be surprised. Like, come on, it's coming out next year in January. So it's like, why would I want to know about it way before seeing it? It's like, I want to be surprised. I want to experience it where I'm in the theater, sitting down with some popcorn and some soda and just sitting on the seat and knowing that as I'm watching it and as the movie starts and things starts to unfold, then yeah, then I want to be in that moment where I'm surprised and I'm shocked because I did not expect to see what I was about to see. So I really want to be surprised. I want to, let's just say, when I see those parts, when I see of what will unfold, I want my reaction to be genuine. I don't want my reactions to be like, oh, that. I already knew that because somebody mentioned it in the video or someone mentioned it online, so I already knew that. Like I don't want that kind of reaction if I knew about it. I want my reactions. You know what I mean? I rather go into the movie blind, like not knowing anything and just being completely surprised and shocked and like, in that moment, like I'm completely speechless and I have no words for what just happened. and what I just saw. Because to me, I think that's great. I think it's great when you see a movie for the first time that, um, depending what happens and what unfolds, that somehow you're just in that moment of that you're caught off guard and you don't know what to say. You're totally speechless and you're just shocked. And believe me, when I found out that Billy's mom, when she turned out to be the killer in Ghostface, I'm sorry, when she turned out to be the killer in Scream 2, I was so shocked where my reaction was, I was quite speechless and I was like, what? And I remember I was like, whoa, 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 like, wait a minute. What? Like, that's his mom and what? So, believe me, I did not know what to say. And just seeing how absolutely crazy she was, like, I remember thinking, like, whoa, like, she is willing to kill Sydney and defending her son, knowing the fact that he was a Ghostface killer himself, and yet instead of being upset that he was the kind of person that did these horrible things in the first movie, that instead she's gonna defend for her son who's a killer? Like, wow, okay. Like, and believe me, like, even if Billy was alive, and even if she found out the things that he did in the first one, would she really be upset, or would she somehow still defend him, even if Cindy hadn't killed him? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how different that would have been. So, whew, I really don't know, but wow. Yeah, she was nuts. That's all I gotta say. Mrs. Lewis was absolutely nuts. hmm It's it just seemed like she would just do anything to get revenge of her Ghostface killer son. And it's like, okay, like you completely lost your mind. Like, jeez. And you can just see that crazy look on her face. So it's like, oh my gosh. Like, and that's also another character in a horror movie you do not want to get too close to. Like, no freaking way. uh, like, seriously. And I also say this too, that even for those who have seen the new Halloween movie, I've been hearing a lot of people, especially on Twitter, where those are saying how much they hate it, or even those who say that they like it or love it and they can watch it, and that the more they watched it, the more they love it. And to me, it's like, you know what? And I even said this on Twitter that it's okay to dislike, hate, like, or love certain movies. But I also say this, that even for those who just hate certain movies, no matter what genre it is, like, now of course you have every right to hate a certain movie for your personal reasons, whichever those reasons might be. But even though there might be some other people who might love those movies and it's their favorite, don't go, telling them how much you hate it, because it's just gonna come off as really mean and hurtful. So please respect the fact that for those who love the movies that you hate, Like, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all, and just respect the fact that they love those movies. And even if you don't, that's fine. But just leave it alone and don't say anything mean towards anyone about your hatred on that movie, because that just wouldn't be nice. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Billy's mom was crazy. Like I said, she completely lost her freaking mind. Like, jeez. Now, of course, I have seen some of the Halloween movies, and even though I'm not really a fan of the Halloween franchise, I still think there are some that were good in some way. But now, of course, I haven't seen it. I really haven't seen Halloween Kills, but even if I were to go watch it, um, now the thing is, I don't know whether if I'm gonna like it or not. But depending whether if I do or don't, I know even if I don't like it, I'm not gonna go. Uh, I'm not gonna say anything about it. Like, I might say some things here and there, but I'm not gonna come off as being, mean about it, because I don't want to um, upset those that who do love it, because then I would just feel bad and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, I know it came off as mean the way I said it, but I'm so sorry. Like, if you love this movie, that's fine. But personally for me, I don't. But like I said, I don't even know if whether I'm gonna like the movie or not. But of course, and that's just because I haven't seen it. But once I do see it, then I'll know. Because as of right now, I don't know. So yeah, if you don't like the movie, don't say someone's a fake fan if they don't like the movies you do. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you, Martin. Like just because if someone doesn't like a certain movie, even of the same franchise, that doesn't mean they're a fake fan. It doesn't mean that. It just means they are a fan. It's just that there's just certain movies within the franchise that they do like, and there's some that don't. They just have their reasons to why they don't. But that doesn't mean like, oh, you're not a true fan of this franchise then. Like, no, it doesn't mean that at all. Like, and I know this isn't really a horror movie itself. Um, like, I know with me, I love Jurassic Park. I love the first one. The first one's my favorite, but just because, now I do like the other Jurassic Park movies, but just because part two or three may not be my favorite, of course, I'll still watch it and I still like it. But even though it's not exactly my favorite as the first one, that doesn't mean I'm a big fan. I mean, I'm still a big fan of Jurassic Park. It's just that the first one's my favorite, and Fallen Kingdom, and um, now with Jurassic World Dominion. Um, I don't know when the trailer is coming out for that one, but I will do a reaction video to that one. And from what I've heard, it's gonna be really good. So even when I do go see it next year, I don't know whether that one's gonna be my favorite or not. But hey, if it is, great. If not, of course I'll still like it, and of course I'll still watch it. I still will. But yeah, I'm also looking forward to that too next year. Although it is in June next year, so it's like that's like months away, and yeah, I know I might be a little impatient with that just because I feel like I want to go see it as soon as possible. But then I'm like, no, just try to hang in there. Try to be patient for the minions. Like, okay, okay, I'll wait. Um, but so yeah, I mean, yeah, there are just some horror movies I like. There are some that I don't. But I would say the only ones that are my favorite, especially a horror franchise itself, and that's Scream, because I love each one, and it's so different and unique, from the stories and from the different Ghostface killers and everything. So yeah, I just love it, and somehow even after seeing the trailer, even though it's a misdirection trailer, because what we see is not exactly what we may actually see, you know. But somehow after seeing the trailer, somehow I just get this feeling it's gonna be so good, so great that it just also might be another favorite, within the franchise. So I just get that feeling. So I'm just really excited. Oh, really? Oh, yes. Yes, I know. Yeah, it'll be worth the wait. But in the meantime, I would have to, do what I can and keep myself occupied while I'm waiting. Because I don't want to get to the point where I feel like, okay, like what month is it? you know? Um, oh, really? I didn't know that. Hmm. Did I hear the laugh? I'm not sure. But I meant if I heard a laugh next door and next room to me. no, I did. I'm not sure if you heard that, but I did. Um, so, this has been quite an interesting morning. You know, oh, hello, sexy monkey. Hello, how are you? Huh? I heard something. Oh, I'm sorry. So yeah, so earlier, yeah, I did ask some. Huh? Hello? I think the wall talked. I think. Hello? The wall's talking again. What's next? What? Oh, okay. Alright, that's good. yeah, actually, I did put the speaker on. Okay, so good thing you can hear me. Okay, if y'all hear that, that's the motorcycle and yeah, kind of loud. Huh. Well, it's going good so far. It's been an interesting morning, and yeah. So I did ask some questions earlier in the video. I will even type the questions in the description as well, and you can answer those questions in the comments as well. Well, I'm glad everyone's enjoying their time, and yeah, I'm having fun. You know, I've also been having fun this month. Watching horror movies, and of course, I'm gonna be watching probably like the last three horror movies on Halloween tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna have fun by tomorrow. I'm gonna do some other videos tomorrow on Halloween because that's just a tradition of mine. Like ever since I started doing YouTube, I would do some videos on Halloween because I thought, well, you know, because I thought since I have this free time, you know, of do what I can do, I thought, hey, it would be a great idea if I could do some cool, fun videos on Halloween. And I've been doing that ever since. I've always been doing some spooky videos on Halloween, every Halloween. Okay, all right. Oh, that's fine, sexy monkey. Yeah, I'm glad you stopped by and said hi. Thank you for stopping by. And yeah, you gotta, get some food because, when you're hungry, you gotta eat. But did I just said when you hungry? I must have said when you're. Oh, of course, you know what I meant. Yeah, so it seems like I would have to be getting off soon within 2 minutes. It is actually 11:13, and 11:13. So that's actually my birthday. So yeah, my birthday is November 13th. So I'm looking forward to that. You don't have ice? No, not even like for a cold, refreshing drink. Oh no! What happened to the ice? Did they melt? Did they melt it away? Aw, sorry about that. Hope you get some ice. Oh man, I have 1 minute left, and yeah, there's not. I mean, so far I pretty much said a lot so far, but I feel like if there's anything else I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say it within the last minute. Mr. Freeze got all of his ice. Wow. Why does he need so many ice for? Like, he's Mr. Freeze, so he can literally make ice. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. So you were born on the 13th too. Wow. What month? Oh, that's cool. All right, it is now 11:15, so I would have to get going. July. Oh, July 13th. Oh, that's awesome. All right, so this has been fun, and I'm glad you guys stopped by and chatted, and I will leave in Martin's and Jen's link into the description, and I will also leave the questions to this stream And then that way you can answer those questions in the comments below. Oh, it's okay. Don't worry. I think the next time I'll do a live stream, it could be at a certain time where anyone can join in the chat or wants to join in into the live stream. Let me know on that, and I would love that as well. But don't worry, there'll be another stream where you can join in and we can chat more. We can definitely do that. Your birthday is July 4th, and your dad's birthday is tomorrow. Oh, cool. Oh, born on Halloween. Oh, that's cool. Wow. That is awesome. That's my favorite part. No, that's my favorite type of stream where it's interactive. Yes. Yes, I love that too, where you can interact with so many people like in the chat and in the stream as well. So yeah, kind of like a group stream. Yes, yes, he is. And there's actually I know that there's probably some people that were born on Halloween, and for those who probably may know, that even John Candy, he was born on Halloween. Mm-hmm. For those who may or may not know about that, now you know. So, yes, I'm going to end the stream here, and I would have to get going, but don't worry, next time it will be at a different time, and we'll definitely interact more in the chat and even on in the stream as well. So that'll just be great. So I hope everyone has a good day, and I hope all of you, have a safe and fun Halloween tomorrow. And look forward to when I upload my video tomorrow, because I'm gonna record some videos for all of you to see on Halloween. Thank you. Thank you, Full Moon. Thank you. I will do this again soon. I don't know when exactly. Oh, actually, before I go, I think I should say that on my birthday, I'm gonna do a stream. Like, I'm gonna do like a watch along stream, like watching Clue, because Clue is one of my favorite funny movies. So anyone who wants to join in the stream with me by watching Clue together, then we can do that on my birthday. So just to give you a heads up on that. Thank you. Bye, sexy monkey. I mean, I don't know if you mind me calling you that, but if that's okay with you, then okay. So I'll see you soon. Oh, okay. All right, bye. See you soon, and see you tomorrow. And happy Halloween. Stay safe and have fun. Bye.